Hello friends, welcome to my channel PC Geo Kimberlite. Today we are going to have an important video on personality development assessment. I am a Lieutenant Commander Sajid Undekar, retired NCC officer, 3 Maharashtra Naval NCC Pune, and Associate Professor and Head Department of Geology, Pune College Arts Commerce Science, and we have Naval Division. First, we'll see what is a personality development. Personality development is create a strong positive impression about a personality regarding a type. If a group in a group, a person has to show his personality, then whatever his features are there, whatever his characters are there, its traits are there, qualities are there, that is going to impress group is there. That group has to be follow him, then that will be the become as a leader. So personality is a very important one, and that will be going to run on the long run. It is not in a one day, it will be remain to the personality has to maintain for a long period to remain as a leader. Follower has to be follow, then you have to be always maintain your position as a leader. So whatever your qualities are there, that has to be been impress the group. That is very important. What are that important points? First one, whenever you have the personality makeouts, there will be first good physics. Physique, what we are going to have, the posture, whatever your posture is there, from there itself, personality will be giving the impression. First impression is the best impression. So when a person's first time, if you see that person, then he will be impressed from his good physique. That is a very important. Then pleasing manner, how he is smiling, how he is talking, that is a very important one. Personal and professional integrity, how you have been professional is there in your whatever the trade is there, how professional integrity and how you're going to connect to your professional people. Trustworthiness, that is a very important. If somebody has given you any task, then how much you are responsible for that, and how once he is given word, the thing has to be done, a task has to be completed. A trustworthiness, reliability, that is a very important one. If anybody is reliable on that, that this work will be done by this person, and if you not done this one, you will not be reliable, and that person will not give you, or he will not believe that he is going to a genuine person. Your personality will go down. So trustworthiness, your reliability, these are the important points. Good control over your body, yes, whatever the body is there, when you're going to make out body language, whatever the task, whatever the thing, how you're going to express in that particular task, how your body is going to have, how your voice is communicating, what will be the voice modulating, how your personality will going to input into that, and when you're going to deliver anything, how your mind is going to access, and how your words which are coming out from your mind, and with that how you're going to impress the subordinates or whatever the persons which are there in the group, how you're going to impress them. So these are the very important point. Good physics should be there, pleasing manners are there, personal and professional integrity, true trustworthiness, reliability, good control over your body and a mind. These are the very important one. Now, based on the brainstorming session, the following are the various skills. These are the very important skill which will be giving you a personality. To develop your personality, these skills should be there in a person. The first one, literacy skill. Whatever the language he want to read, say if a person is only knowing one language, then he will be only master in that, but he's having 3 4 languages, he can read, he can write, yes. Then arithmetic skill, if we have that particular skill, then that will be a very important, read and write, that is a very one. And arithmetic skill, yes, shortcuts which are there in that particular mathematics, within a fraction of second he has to come out. So he has to be a literate person, literate skill has to be there, so he should be a well qualified. Yes, that is a simple meaning. So he should be a well qualified. Second, language skill. Whatever the language he knows, whether he knows English, Marathi, Hindi, Urdu, Kannada, Telugu, any language, but in that language he should be a master. Whatever the words which are used short in the within a short, he will be transmit the maximum. So he has to have the writing skill and the speech, how you're going to speech that. So writing as well as speech, that will be the important skill for the language, the communication. So that communication should be 100%. Whatever he wanted to express, that any task is there, he has to explain to the subordinates, and that subordinate could not follow the leader whatever he is transmitting the things or whatever he is explaining. But then what is happening, whatever the subordinates are there, they will not give their 100%. Yes, they may give it 20% because they don't understand what exactly they wanted to do in that particular task. He don't know, they don't know, they don't understand because of the communication. So leader has to have a language skill, and immediately in a fraction second he has to come to know the by face reading of that subordinates what language they are knowing. So he should be well versed that whatever the subordinates are working with him, he should know them, is their characters, what they are liking, what is the language they knows, what are the habits, what work if I given to them, then whether he is going to do it or not. This assessment has to be done by a leader. So literacy, language skill, then the functional skill, that is also very very important. What is the functional skill? He has to have to fill the bank form, whatever the bank forms are there. Say example, if I wanted to open a bank account, the 3 4 5 pages are there, then I have to fill that form. Whether sometime I have to deposit the amount, 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees in the bank, then how I have to write down, how I have to make the detail. If I wanted to withdraw, how can I fill the form? Yes, these things. Similarly, whatever the maps are there, topographic maps are there, he has to read that map. Means he should be well versed whatever the convention signs are there. No need to that, he has to refer whatever the conventions are, then he has to go, then it is a time consuming. So he has to have well versed with the map reading also. Then how the book railway ticket, this is simple, this is a simple examples are given. So such type of things that he has to be a well versed with the filling whatever the details are there, or he wanted to write any recommendations or any things has to be done, then he should have this skill also. Then the occasional skill, yes, those occasional courses, now, yes, the plumbing, whether carpentry, these are comes under the occasional, or if you want to soldering and all that, that will be the occasional. Similarly, a leader has to enhance the opportunities, carpentry, tailoring, making handicrafts, fisheries. He has to expert. Say example, if a person, I am from a naval NCC, so I should know the boat pulling, how this boat pulling is there. Similarly, if I wanted to make a ship modeling, then what are the tools are required, how they are going to use, and how this model has been prepared. So I have to be learned that. So he has to gone through this vocational skill. So this is will be enhance his personalities. The sports skill, yes, he is capable of playing the on the field. Yes, external as internal. Yes, so external football, basketball, cricket, any whatever we have the sports which will be play in the outdoor and indoor, table tennis, badminton, whichever the thing is there, he should be play as a single, or he will be play in a group. So there should be his sportsman skills will be required, teamwork, cooperation. Yes, so these skills will be required to enhance his personality. Then the next one is comes to the category, that is the cultural skills. That is how you are going to make out jokes, energizers. So that will be the light mode. So it should not be go and dancing. That will be there. Then it is a very good. So he know the sense that cultural activity, how you are going to make out that particular one. And the very important one, life skill. Yes, that is a very very important for a personality. First, he should know himself, self awareness, what are my positive points, what are my negative points, what are my opportunities are there, what are the challenges are there, whether I'm going to do this work or not. Immediately within a fraction of second, that heart will give you the things that I may going to do it or may not be going to do. So he should know, well aware, that is self-awareness. Empathy, yes, anything is happened to his subordinates, then he has to go and see that what exactly happened to him, go and talk to him. Empathy, so that will be making his ability to enhance. That should be a very, very important one. Creative thinking, that is a very, very important. How he is going to create, say example, we want to have some display in an exhibition or somewhere else. So in that display exhibition, how you're going to use your creativity, whatever the models are there, charts are there, how you're going to represent them, how you're going to demonstrate them, that will be the creative thinking. Is critical thinking, that is also a way how you're going to solve the problem. Yes, that will be a critical thinking, that has to be planned properly. Effective communication, whatever he is writing is there or verbally is there, that should be a effective communication. Interpersonal relation, yes, he has to have the interpersonal relation with the subordinates. Decision making, he has to have a strong decision making. If he could not make the decision, I have to ask somebody else. If he is doing that, that means his personality is not capable of that particular. So he has to take his own decision whether I should go or not in a train or bus. Yes, so that simply a small decision, but he has to take his own decision. Then the very important one, and for the leadership, it is there. That is the problem solving. He should not be run away from the problem. Whatever the personality is there, he has to have that ability to solve the problems. Whatever his life experiences are there, which he has gone through, and now he has to look into the problems. What is the problem is there, and he has to give the solution. And within the shortest period of time, he has to solve that problem. So that will be going to help the organization. Its subordinates will be accepted that he is our boss. So these are the very, very, then coping with the stress. That is important. If say example 10 days our task is given for any particular work and 9 days are gone, now nothing has been happened. Now only 60-70% work. Rest 30% work is remaining. So he will be under stress. Similarly, whatever the subordinates are under stress, so stress are there. So what is happening? That person has should not be with the full stress. With that stress, he has to come out and boost the morale of the subordinates to do that 30% within the 20 hours, 10 hours. They have to complete their task within the given schedule time. So he has to cope up with the stress. Otherwise, he has to take a tablets and all that. He go for sleep. That is or not. He has to be firm, and whatever the stress is there on that stress, he has to give him a very good display, and he has to come out with the shining colors. Yes, very fine. He has to come out with that particular stress. Coping with the emotions. Yes, anything is happening, then he should not be started crying out. So he has to have the emotion. He has to control emotion. And not only you're going to control your emotions of yourself, but subordinates or whatever in a family. If any death has taken place in a family, then everyone will started crying. So at that moment, the whatever the personality is there, who is there as a leader, he has to control his emotions, and he has to control the other members also, so that there should not be any chaos, should not be happen. So this is the very, very life skills are there. What is the personality development? What exactly you want to do? There are the 10 core life skills are there, which are going to enhance the personality. The first and foremost is important is self-awareness. Yes, that is a very, very important. If he knows about self-awareness, that what are my personalities there, whether I'm going to fit for that work, if he knows, then the confidence will come out. Whatever the self-confidence there, it will be become a very high. So the self-awareness should be a very, very important task. Then the empathy, yes, anything is happened to subordinates, then he has to go over there. He has to feel that this has happened now. He has to go and counsel that subordinates. and come up with that his emotions, and he can console that. The third one, critical thinking. Whatever the planning which we are going to make out for any solution he has to make, thinking has to be done properly. Then creative ideas has to make out. He has to have the problem solving skill should be there. He has to be a decision making, interpersonal relation, effective communication, coping with the emotion, coping with the stress. Whatever we are seeing now, all these are the very very important one for the personality development. Aspects of the personality. What aspects are there? There is a one professional aspect, second one is a spiritual aspect, third one is a mental, and fourth one is the physical. All are related to your personality. Professional, spiritual, mental, and the physical. We'll see one by one. The first one, physical and social factor influencing the shape of personality. Now, whatever your physical and social, whatever wherever you are living in our community is there in that social group, how they are going to influence your personality. The first foremost is hereditary. Whatever my parents, my forefathers are there, whatever their genes are there, from that genes, whatever their characters are there, yes, their qualities are there, their leadership qualities are there. They are generation to generation. They have been passed us. For example, if I analyze myself and I check my father, my brothers, sisters, I find out that in that there is certain common properties are there. That is, whatever I have, the communication skill, power of command is there. I have come it from my father. Then way of the empathy is there. It is coming from my mother side. So this is the way you have to be see that which quality has come from which side. The hereditary qualities are there. Then hardworking quality. It is from the motivated, self-motivated. It is coming from my gene itself. So these are the characters which are there. I have got it from my genes. So this is the hereditary. So that comes under the hereditary. Whichever the qualities are there in your fathers or forefathers, from mother side or father side, it will be there, will be passing from generation to the generation. So these are called as hereditary character. Self development. Yes, whatever you are going to learn, whenever you are going to see with your own eyes, surrounding what is happening, whatever you read, whatever you observe, from there you are going to learn himself. Self development. You are going to do it. It is an informal education. You are going to do it as a self development environment. In which particular environment you have been there, whether you have been in a slow low category areas are there where we have been on the street you are living, so that will be they have their different environment. If we are coming in the middle class, that will be a different. If we are a very high rich class is there, that is a different. So each environment, the level which are there, as per the income we say, they have their own environments. So if you have that environments, then you have been, whatever you are going to get that knowledge from that environment, you have been adopted by your personality. The next one, education. By going to the colleges, schools, then with this, reading the books, observing the things, you are slowly changing, or your personality will be influencing by the education. Then the life situation. You're going to see with your own eyes in family, on a road, or in college, or in school. So many things are happening. And from there, you can say, example, a simple accident has happened, two-wheeler. How this accident has happened, you have seen with your own eyes. What they have who has done the mistake, Then you have to learn that I am going to learn that I should not do this one when I'm going to draw a two-wheeler. Say example, four-wheeler accident has taken place. How this four-wheeler has been drawing now, and whichever the person is coming out who has a first mistake, I'll first analyze myself that what is happening, whose mistake is there, and how the driver is there, what he has done. So this should not be happen myself. So these are the thing I'm going to learn it from my life situation. Whatever the life situation I have done, seen, from there I'm going to learn it out. The next one is the psychological or physiological factors influencing and shaping the personality. Psychology and philosophy, these are the very very important part for the influencing the personality. In that, the first one, healthy self-image, is if you have the healthy, that will be a very good images there. Yes, so mentally, physically, you have been strong. Yes, you've been healthy. So that is there. Past experience, whatever things happen and how you are behave in that particular situation, so that will be your important experience. So that will be your psychological, philosophical, that will be the experiences there behind you. Say example, two-wheeler, I'm driving a two-wheeler, so I have an experience last says 30 40 years I'm driving two-wheeler, so there is no accident. So that is the my past experience, and how the people are there, and now on the road we will find out that whatever the situation is there 10 years 20 years back, there are number of wheelers are less, but nowadays on the road number of wheelers are more, and there are the more students are driving, and their rough driving might create me a problem. So my past experience will give you now how I have to drive my two-wheeler. So that is my experience. So on that experience I will be now going to drive the two-wheeler or four-wheeler. So that is your past experience. Very important one. Next one, dreams and ambition. If you don't have any dreams and ambition in your life, you're not going to successful, or your personality will not be flourish. You are being go down. So those who have the ambitions, those who have the dream, their energy, their power is a very strong. Ambition has to be there. Dreams, every day you have to see the dreams. Every day your ambition has to be there. What are my goals, what I'm going to achieve, this one is achieved, what will my next goal, what will be my next dream. So that has to be planning. Say example, when you're going to see any 2020 match, cricket match, because India is having a very good cricket, so 2020, so in that, the whichever the captain is there, he is having the dream that I wanted to have this series. I have to win the series. That is one. Is a dream is there. Ambition. Today's match, I have to be anyhow to be win. That is his ambition. So there he is having the planning. A plan, B plan, C plan. If A is failed, then he will have the B plan. If B is failed, C plan. So he has a dreams and ambitions. So with this he comes and he will face the problem and he will be win that situation. So that is the what we have. The personality comes out. Self image, that is a very important. How he is going to make a have his self image, what is his values, that is a very very important. If you see any values are in that, where honesty is there, sincerity is there, what type of value of that particular personality is there, you have to be see that. That is also a very self awareness. Now one by one we'll see. Now self awareness is a unique human capacity, how you know yourself. That is the very very important one for you to identify or separate from the other groups. Say example, 10 cadets are there, and in that 10 cadets, how you're going to differentiate. So that is the self-awareness. If you know yourself, which are your positive points, which are negative points, then immediately you will be differentiate, and in that particular discussion or so, whatever the topic you have been talking now, you will be or separate from the others one. Then the self-awareness is a personal understanding of a very core values of your own. That is a very, very important one. Self-awareness also includes recognition of yourself, your characters, strength, weaknesses, desire, dislike. If somebody has offered you any food, but now you don't like it, so you know that I'm not going to like this one, so he will not offer that thing, or he will say no thanks, I don't want that. Yes, that is the way he has come out, because he knows that. So he has to know his characters, his strength, his weakness, desire or dislike. Similarly, he has to recognize when we are stressed or feel under pressure. Whenever he has stress or pressure, he has to feel that. If he don't feel, then his personality is not good. So, how you are going to make out the effective communications? That is also a prerequisite. Effective communication, interpersonal relation, developing empathy with for the others. That is a very very important one. Thoughts, very important one. How, what are your thoughts are there? How's you have been having the emotions? What are your likes and dislikes? What are your strengths, weaknesses, fears, fantasies, ambition, values, priorities, goals, desire, and your needs? So these will be your self-awareness, which would thoughts, emotions, likes and dislikes, strength, weaknesses, fears, fantasies, ambitions, values, priorities, goals, desires, and needs. These will be there, which will be your oneself. And if you acknowledge that I may be imperfect, yes, whenever you say that I'm not going to fit this one, say example, anybody has told me go and drive the rickshaw. I say, I'm not a perfect person to drive this one. So I say, no, no, I'm not going to say, because I know myself. These are not my quality that I can drive this one. So I'm a good human being and possess of many qualities. But there are certain qualities are there which are very low, or might be I'm not going to know them, but I have to, with my experience, by education, by interpersonal relation, you have to be learn, informal or formally, you have to learn. To have a complete self-awareness, one need to concentrate on two aspects. If you want to know your self-awareness, one need to concentrate on two important aspects. What are these two? How we perceive ourselves, our strength, weakness, and abilities. How you are going to pursue your strength, weakness, and abilities. How others perceive means how the other people are going to take you, or granted how you have been, what are your personality, what they're going to tell about your personality. So these two are very very important one. Self-awareness will be the many people limit and awareness and their biodata, which usually thinks everybody. So what we have a list is there about this: self-realization, self-knowledge, self-exploration, self-confidence, self-talk, self-motivation, self-esteem, self-image, self-control, self-purpose, individuality, uniqueness, personality, values, attitudes, characters. So these are the dimensions of the self-awareness. You have to make a SWOT analysis for your self-awareness. That is a very, very, what are your oh, strength, what is your weakness? These are the two important. Then the opportunities and then come the challenges. First, we'll see about the whatever your strength is there and what are your weaknesses. Is internal as well as external. Opportunity in your career, whatever the strength is there. Say example, I am a teacher. Nowadays, I have an opportunity that during this COVID-19 lockdown pandemic, what is happening? All colleges have been closed down. So what is happening? Within the last 3 4 months, we have been sitting at home, and universities and government is saying that you have to learn the e-content, how to start preparing the e-content. So what is happening? Our principal has taken a decision, and they have started making awareness program, and there regularly a workshop has been conducted. At the age of 50, sorry, my age is 58. Now at this age, if I say I'm not going to learn this one in my career, then what is happening? I have gone, I have learned, I have slogged this one, and I come out with a flying color. Nowadays, you will find out that I'm preparing the videos on the various topic. I thought earlier I not thought that I'm after the retirement nothing is going to happen. I'm not going to give anything to my the upcoming students, but now a medium has opened. Now I can prepare my videos and I put on the YouTube, so that they might be going to see my videos. From there they can learn it out. So these are the opportunities. I have got an opportunity to learn in my career. Yes, this is the last opportunity. I think the last next 2 years I'm there in the as a teacher. After that I'm going to retire, but now this is my last opportunity in my career. If I wanted next opportunity, then what? I have to apply for a principalship. That is the next one. So these are your opportunities in your career. Then the next, what is your threats? What are your weaknesses? Threats in career. Where you are going to stop? Is if I could not learn this e-content, then what's happening? My principal or government is going to stop my salary. That is a threat. Yes, this is clear. I think simple one is there about the strength and the weaknesses. Purpose of the SWOT analysis, why we want to do it a SWOT analysis. This is the very very important. Every person who is going to see my video, they have to go through the SWOT analysis. They have to realize that what they have, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, what are their opportunities, what are the challenges, and how their weaknesses which are there, how they can come over and they will be excel in that, and opportunities convert into the challenges, and how they grow. That is very important. To actively promote the identified strength, minimize the weaknesses by planning out exercise. That is the existence. Whatever you have in your personality, what are the strengths and weaknesses? Once you know the weaknesses, start learning. Earlier, once I joined as a lecturer, at that time I'm coming from a Marathi medium, so and I never sit English class. Right from 8, 9, 10, I am a sports person, so always morning and evening I'm there in the ground. So I could not speak. I don't have the communication skill. I could not 100% know the English language. I just write and I just got 50, 55% marks. But now once I become a lecturer, I have to go and deliver lectures. So I give you one simple example that in the last year in a BSc, I am a, university representative. You are, and in the annual gathering, principal has given an opportunity for the UR and the from the so student side and from the sports side. We have been standing in front of this gathering of 2,000 students. Then what is happening? Mic has been given, my GR has been spoke very well, but 5 minutes I could not utter a single word because I am not having that opportunity. I don't know my strength, weakness. I don't know anything, and I have a lot of fear. I have been shivering. That problem. Then they know very well, and I could not speak 5 minutes. But once I get this uh, as a occupation, as a teaching field, then slowly I have started learning out how to make these weaknesses, and that weakness now become my strength. So you have to identify yourself, which are your weaknesses are there. Still that weakness is there. I know that 100% I'm not perfect in English, but there is some mistake will be there, some phonetic pronunciations are not proper. I know that, but still I have to be there, and with the confidence I have to be deliver my content to the whatever the viewers are there. So I'm trying my level best. Hope this will be likes you. So this is the live experience I'm giving you. So you have to be minimize your weaknesses, and that will become your strength. So internal positive aspect that we can control under control, and upon which you may capitalize in planning. So strength which is there, you have to be come forward. Whatever the positive points are there, you have to bring forward, and negative points you have to make out so that your personality will excel. And the weaknesses, you have to work on the weaknesses, and that will be become your next strength. This what is your strength? Work experience. Nowadays I have a 33 years experience in a college, and 20 years experience as a in the naval NCC. So as an associate NCC officer, I can do anything now. Whatever the topic is there, I can go without any notes. I can conduct the lectures 40, 50, 1 hour, 2 hour. I can have that capacity. I know that because I have the experience. I prepare myself notes, whatever the topics which are there as a common syllabus, I can teach that. So that is my works experience. Education, I have already done PhD. I have done my PhD at the age of 54 now. I've awarded a PhD at the age of 54. That is a value added feature. I have done it. Strong technical knowledge. Whatever you have the hardware, software. I don't say now I don't know the software, hardware. Now I'm going to use the whatever the computer is there, whatever the software is there. I'm going to learn and I excel in that, whether the word is there, Excel is there, anything you can make it out. I will be mastering that. PowerPoints, I'm mastering that. So these are the thing you have to be have the strong technical knowledge is there. Specific transferable skill. So these are the skill which are the specific one, that is the communication skill, how you're going to talk with your students, how you're going to talk with the colleagues, how you talk with your friends. So every time the communication will be a different levels are there, and how you're going to make out with the team. So that is a very important specific transferable skills should be there. Personal character, strong work ethic, that is the very important. Wherever you have been working as organization, say example, I am a staff member of Pune College Arts Commerce Science, so I should have the work ethics, self discipline, creativity, optimism, and high level of energy. I have a very high level of energies now at the age of 58. Now I at the present I am preparing this video sitting at Seattle, USA. I am sitting in a USA and preparing the video. And for this video, I have to slog 15 to 18 hours daily. I am putting 15 to 18 hours preparing the notes, preparing the ppts, and shooting the videos. Then I'm going for editing, and then it will be put on the what we have the YouTube channel. So continuously there is the alcoholic, that is it is the work alcoholic. So we should be have the vision that within this stimulated period of time I have to complete this, that I have to put 10 videos within the next 15 days. So that target is there, and with that target, you have to work with the your high energies. That is 100% attitude should be there. That I'm going to give my 100%. If you're giving 10%, no, आज का काम आज करना है, आज का काम कल नहीं करना है. This is the very important. You have to do it today itself. No need to pending. If you go on pending your work, your strength will go down decreasing. So you should be a discipline, creativity, optimism, high level of energy. You should be having these small word, but these are the high energy strength level is there, and in the long run they will give you award your personality. You are going to totally a different than those who don't have these characters. If you have these characters, your personality is a very strong, very high. That good contacts, you should have the contacts. Then successful network, whatever you're going to have, the social networking is there. In that you should have very good contact. Interaction with a professional organization, say now now become the head of the department. So if I could not have a resource with some other departments of geology, say example Ferguson College, Wadia College, or Siagarh College, if I could not maintain the rapport, then what is happening? My college will restrict, my student will be restrict, because they could not have the exposure what is happening in other colleges. So they also know that this college is doing this one and this department is doing this one. So that should be a professional organization has to be there. Interaction of that particular things should be there. Now very important one, weaknesses. Take the weaknesses. Lack of work experience. If you don't have the work experience and you don't want to work it out, then your organization will not wanted to keep you, they will throw out. So here the lack of work experience. So you have to work and continuously sitting with those who know the work properly, sit with them, learn with them. Then you have to excel and give extra time, though nobody is there. So if you feel shy, then sit at alone after your working hours and work and try yourself, find out whether you're going to do it or not. So example, any one practical is there, like a crystallography, to explain the planes of symmetry, axis symmetry. Now I have not done properly in my schools, colleges. Then what is happening? I'm not going to teach the properly. So what is happening? I have learned, or I have to learn from my colleagues. I have learned it out. Okay. Then what? I have to sit alone and try to do it this one and try to explain and see the student how the experience. One or two times you can make the video and see that how you are going to do it, that work experience. So if you do it this way, then you brush up your knowledge. Then that will be the work. So this is the way you have to come out. So we have been started from the scratch. 33 years are there. We are sit together. We are sitting with the students, and we have also make the mistake, and students also teach us. So learning wherever, if you make the mistake, there will be a chance that you are going to learn. Those who in the life they don't make a mistake, they are not going to learn anything. They're dumb. Yes, at any situation is come in their life, they will suicide. Most of the things in newspaper you will read out that very high professional students or any in Europe, US, you can find out the high tech one is there, but now they don't have the job, they suicide. So that I experienced because because they don't have that panic, so they could not they go immediately the psychic thing will be happen. Anything will happen, so you have to make the work experience very strong and come out with that fine clearer. Low marks, wrong measures. Yes, low marks means you are not a dump. Remember now, in my 33 years, I have seen that those students are coming with a 35% mark, 40% marks, and pass 10 and 12, maybe in two atoms, three atoms, four atoms. But after passing out from BSc, they have, with the flying color, 85%, 90%, they have been scored in the university, and nowadays they are there in the Europe or they may be in US. So don't be misunderstand that you have a low marks, then you're done a very wrong thing. No, if this weakness you can 100% come out in the mind. You have to make out that I'm going to overcome this one, and this is your weakness. And now will be you become your challenge, and you have to take the challenge that in the next exam I should be going for 60%, then 70%, then 80, then 90. Why should I leave behind? Yes, everyone has a same brain. Yes, everyone has the same brain. Now how to use that brain, that will become the personality. So here you are now not given because the two things are there. One, you are not shown interest in teaching or learning the things. For example, the student, the in the small children, they have the phobia with the maths because some concept they could not understand. Then what is happening, their interest will goes down, and if that continue for 1 or 2 years, there will be a mass phobia, and that student will, once it has this phobia, he will not cope up with the maths, he will drop the maths. Some other subjects he will try to learn it out because he has give away. Yes, those who have the phobia, they do not have to give away, they have to sit, and whatever the problems are there, they have to solve. Sit with the parents, sit with your teachers, find out the problems. We are there with for you, and we sit together and we try that you should be come out with that flying colors. Lack of goal, that is very very important one. Nowadays in a newspaper you have heard about that a person who has a PhD, he has applied in a railway for a sailor job, that is the khalasi job, that is the lowermost job. See now, without goal, without aim, he has go on studying. What use? Nothing. And he has been just applying for 5,000 10,000 salary, where he is a PhD, and where is he? Unnecessarily, because we could not keep our aims. Goals are not proper, and if goals are there, then we have to work on that. Consistency has to be there, interest should be there, planning has to make out. Yes, once you do this one, and you like this passion, madness, if you want to become IS officer, you should be like a madness. I have to be complete in one atom itself. So you should not start from the after third year of BA, BSc. You have to start from after 12th, or if you have the planning from your small whole child that I'm going to become IS, then 8, 9, 10, you can start planning, reading out. The habit of the reading books should be there from the beginning. So this is the way you are going to scale that, and this is the way the aims. If you don't have the aim, then that is the problem. But if you have the aim, then properly planning has to be done, and for this the parent should be a very very important one. They have to have the aware, and they should know what does their child or has to go and become. So the target has to be set, and along that target they have to go one by one step, they have to climb up. If lack of goal is there, nothing is going to happen. Lack of self knowledge, that is there. If you don't know, no reading is there, nothing is there, and you don't know about yourself, what are your qualities are there, what is your strength is there, you are not going to succeed. Lack of specific job knowledge. Yes, that is also a very important one. Now I am applying for say computer operator, and I don't know the computer operator job, then it will be a lacking. Yes, this is a quality which is for that particular post. A quality which is required is to know to run the computer and whatever the softwares are there. It's like a Word is there, or if you have the Excel is there, or PPT is there. These are the three one small I'm taking now. If you don't know this one, then what is happening? You are not eligible for that. So you should have a specific job knowledge, weak technical knowledge, weak skills, leadership. Always you have a fear in mind. अगर मैं करूंगा तो क्या बोलेंगे, क्या करेंगे, लोग क्या बोलेंगे. If your fear is there, then you are not going to become a leader. Interpersonal relation, how you're going to communicate, then teamwork. These are the very very important words, but these are your personality will be flourishing. Weak job hunting skill, how you don't know the how to apply the job, where should I apply the job. If you don't know, you are lagging behind. Negative personal character, negative things. Yes, always I'm ये किया था वो हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा. Negative thinking. Yes, poor work ethics, lack of discipline, lack of motivation, indecisiveness, shyness, too emotional. These are the weaknesses. If you want to come out with this fear, you have to come and speak something. Yes, say examples. One student never come on the stage and he speak out, but one time, two time, three times. What is happening in the NCC? We have a lot of leaders we have made, right from leading cadet, then PO cadet, then cadet, then the CC, then senior CC. So each one is having a chance. So come forward and speak out. Many mistakes, no problem. But continuously daily he is making that practice. Then he will be a mature one, and he is daily he will be in that flow is flowing now. I am a leader. So this is the way the thing has to be happen. Yes, so you have to be brush up yourself. The weaknesses has to become your strong point, and take the challenge and go forward. Now the next one is the opportunities. Positive trends in your field that will be create job, more jobs, growth, globalization, technological advances, opportunities you have in the field by enhancing the education. So what I just told about myself, that I have learned now the OBS studio and how to make the video editing, everything I learn it. So this has become my opportunity. I learn it. Now I'm doing this video. Field is particularly in need of your set of skills. Whichever the field is there, in that specific skills are required. Career path, which is choose is a unique opportunity. Strong network, that is also very important one. What are the threats? Negative trend in your field. Yes, if there is a negative trend is there in your field, that diminishing the job, then how you're going to switch on. Yes, that is a very important. So then you have to brush up yourself. Then whichever the job you want to try to out, then that you have to learn it out fast, and you have to switch on. Otherwise you have been downsizing. It means you're going to lose your jobs. Competitors with superior skill, experience, knowledge, that is very important. You should be a superior one in a knowledge, experience, everything. Competitors who went to college with better reputations. Yes, that's why we are always telling those students who are going for high colleges. Yes, why reputation is required? This is old college, Ferguson College, Wadia College, Pune College. These are the very old colleges now. They have their reputation. So there, if you go, you have a learn, and with this learn, so you're going to make out something in your life. So those who are there with you, they have their skills. You also have your skills, and looking with your subordinates, you will learn your skills. Limited advancement in your field. If you have the limited advancement, then you could not, that is become your threat. Advancement in cutthroat competition. The companies are not hiring the people with your degrees, then that is a threat one. Yes, come to the next one. What is after looking into this, now the next one category is that what is a leadership. Yes, there are the three points which are very important. A person who want to become a leader. Yes, the person who wants to be a leader, he has to follow a group. Yes, he has to lead the group. Yes, he is not follow. He has to lead the group to achieve a goal or a target. Yes, whatever the goal target is there, he has to achieve with the subordinates and within the time frame. This is some simple definition of a leader. A leader who wants to lead a group wants to lead a group for a suitable goal or given target or goal to achieve a goal or target with time frame. If the time frame is not there, then he any of this condition is not fulfilled, then he will not remain. But as per the organization, the definitions are changing now. Say in the army, there are definitions. That is the armed forces, there will be different definitions. If you go to the MNC, there will be a different definitions. If you go to the government services bureaucrats, there is a different definitions of a leadership. So that will be the variations will be there in the definition. But what is a leadership? Leadership is a process by which a leader can direct, guide, influence the behavior and work of others towards the accomplishment of specific goal in a given situation. The same definition now here it has been explained again. The leadership is ability to of a manager to induce the subordinates to work with the confidence and zeal. Same thing that is there. If you don't give the confidence to the subordinate will not going to do it. Now these are the various qualities are there. You can just see. I'm not going to explain it about the self confidence, willpower, physical posture we have seen, mentally and physical fit, that is the naval slogan is there, patriotism, loyal, determination, dedication, devotion, non-corruptive, this is also become one of the property now, cooperation, punctual, communication skill, faith, motivation, set an example. Yes, he has to set an example so that the followers can follow. Trustworthy, humor, sense of responsibility, trust, creative, knowledge of work, intelligent, positive attitude, courage, enthusiastic, hardworking, resourceful, decision making, honest, fear judgment, vision, teamwork, initiator, tolerance, patience, innovative, passion, self-esteem, and integrity. So these are the leadership traits or qualities. Now you have seen these qualities, and if you I may tell you to make a list, say example I given you 10 traits and tell you 10 students, then what is happening, all 10 will not going to match, everyone will make its own choice. Then due to that we have the various types of leadership type we have, then there is a style we have. So that is there. Now we are not going to make out that, that will be separately when we are going to make out the leadership syllabus. In that we are going to discuss about the type and style. So here we'll see now the very important one, stress management, how you're going to control your stress. That is a very very important one. Stress lead to confusion. Whenever the stress is there, you are yourself is confused, and then due to the confusion there will be started the conflict and annoyance, irritation, strain, everything will be doing due to the stress. If stress is there, confusion is there, conflict is there, annoyance is there, irritation is there, and ultimately there will be a strain. The organizational stress due to role conflict, role ambiguity, overburden role, feeling of inequality. That is very, very, in organization, this is normally happening. I am given a more overburden. He is having less work. Feeling of inequality. Here, the boss is giving always favor to him. He will not give favor to me. So, inequality, lack of soft and professional leadership, absence of group cohesiveness, in a family, friends, and professional circles. These are going to lead the stress. Life is full of situation that you cannot manage to become a problem. How this will be there one by one, we'll see how this is going to create a stress. Situation that you cannot manage will become a problem, and this create negative feeling in your mind and leading to fear. Once you get the confusion feeling is there, something is a problem is there, you start having a fear. This mild fear is subconscious mind become worry. Then this fear will become your worry. Then worry builds up pressure. Then that worry will started making the pressure in your mind and body. Then you started feeling the stress. Stress means you started say speech is there. You will find the feeling sureness is there. That will be the stress. These are the symptoms of the stress are there. Or you started shivering in your hands and all that. Your body language will not cope up with what you have been speaking now. So your words, your face and your body will not be synchronized. That is the problem. Then that is the stress. Effect of stress on your body is called as strain. Whatever the thing is there, then that will be going to give you the strain, and on your mind is called as tension, and that is the strain which is there on your mind is called as the tension. So this is the problem will become fear will become worry becomes stress will become strain, and strain is nothing but in all your mind it is a tension. Now what is the stress management? Do your SWOT analysis today. That is very much everyone has to do it. The SWOT analysis immediately you have to know yourself. Concentrate on your strength. Which are the strength you know that these are my strength. Concentrate on them. Recognize your weaknesses. Which are your weaknesses? Evaluate your opportunities. What are you going to have the opportunities are there, and research yourself that which are the threat for you. So these are the four important points. Concentrate on your strength, recognize your weaknesses, evaluate your opportunities, and research your threats. And there are the some tips I'm going to give you for the personality development. Smile a lot. That is very important. Whatever in the mind, anything is happening, but there will be always there on your face is a smile is there. Nothing works better than a big smile when it comes with interacting with others. So once you say a smile is given, the group also feel that the breath will come out. A smile is a curve. It is a curve that sets everything straight. Yes, everything will be smiling. A smiling face wins even the toughest soul. Think positive. That is very important. Or don't make always a negative thinking. Thinking positive. Remember, there is a light at end every dark tunnel. If you come out from the tunnel, opposite side we have a light is there. So think positive. Don't be underestimate. Dress sensibly. That is very important. Whatever your dressing is there, that should be a proper one, and you look like a smart. So once you go in your group, they will yes impress with that particular dressing what we have done, and whatever the colors which are suit to your body, that you have to use it. No need that very high five price shirts pants will not require, but they are the as per your status you can purchase it out, but there should be a proper one systematic that will in that color combination your body will be looks good, impressive, charming personality. An individual who will be well dressed is respected and liked by all. That is a very important for the dress sense. So we have to wear properly the dress. Irony should be there. That is a very important one. Be soft spoken. Whenever you speak out, you should be a soft one. You should not be hard. Don't word any harsh word with your subordinates or with your students so that he will go out. He will not never come to you. So whenever you speak soft and with the careful, and then you are going to win. Say example, if there is a parrot is sitting on a tree and you are there daily, you are giving a food, but parrot will not be once you are given food, he will not like you. So after giving months together, the food slowly is coming down, and ultimately he will be you are going to win his heart, and he will be sitting on your shoulder. So that is there. So to win a heart, you should be a soft spoken. That is very important. Your personality should be a charming one, so that it will be impressed and the student should be attracted towards you. Leave your ego behind. That is a very very important one. Don't have your ego every time. Ego should not be there. If ego is there, you are finished, your personality is gone. So nobody will be liking you. That is the very important. So don't keep your ego with you. It should be keep away. Avoid backbiting. This is again a very important one. No need to backbiting. Say example, somebody is not there with you, but you have been talking about him with the some others one. But what is happening? Somebody may go talk to him that this is the there. So that person will now be degrading you. So don't make that. So avoid bite backing, backstabbing, criticizing people with the negative traits which work against an individual personality. So you should not be used that, and that will be hamper your personality. Learn to appreciate others. That is very important. Appreciate others. Nothing is going to happen to you. Appreciate him that whatever work he has done, appreciate him. So encourage him. That is a very, very important one. So if somebody has done extraordinary tasks, do not forget to give him his back. So that has to be pat has to be done. So he can do it such work again and again, and that will become his habit. So this is the way you have to encourage the your subordinates. Help the others, share whatever you know. Remember, no one can steal your knowledge. Knowledge will not be steal by anybody, but whenever you share, it is flourish now. Yes, say every time if you are going to teach, say 33 years I'm teaching now the same practical like a describe the physical properties of metal, but every time depending upon the whichever the students which are sitting, every time there will be different communication. I might be if response is very nice, then I can teach, go out of the box and teach them. So this is there, so that has to be there. So knowledge will be there, but the response from the subordinates from the others has to come out. Confidence, this is the very, very important in your personality. If you don't have a confidence, and this is the key point, very positive point, if you don't have this one, your personality is gone. So you should be a confident one and a patient listener. Second one, very important one. If you're not a patient listener, you're not going to learn things and should not be interrupt the whatever the speaker which has been speaking. So don't make that. So don't make that impressions. So you should be a patient listeners. Yes, I'm going to show you some of the things from there. You can see, learn so many things now. Pictures will give you more things. Yes, here is the captain of the ship. Yes, we have been taking the first example from the naval ship is there. So what is the leader's work is there? He has to drive home safe till the destination. Yes, till the jetty he has to be safe. But what is happening in this? At the last moment, this ship has broken the jetty. So leadership is gone. So leadership is failure. So don't make that. This is the important one. Leadership is a driving aid of other. Whenever you become a leader, you should be aware, far front, in the front runner. You should be always front and acting when others are just thinking. You have to act when the others are been thinking now. So this is what we have the with the pictures I'm going to express. Now I can see here. Leadership is taking care of the supporting staff. Here we have the plane is there, and this plane will be supported by this bus. But now what is happening? That particular plane has hit this bus. So what is happening? That leader should not be involved in the whatever the assignment given to the others. So whatever the duties of the others are there, they are going to do whatever your duties are there. You have to do it to your duties. Leadership is reaching at the top. He has to be very top. Nobody has to be there, and he has to settle there. That is a very, very important one. He is to very high. Leadership is targeting the goal. Whatever the target is there, leadership has to be focused. That this is my target. I am totally focused. He has to be have the focus. Leadership is nurturing the team in a new style. Each style, every day, whatever his style is there, he has to use a style, whichever the best one, so that the subordinates can follow him and 100% they can give the attitudes. Leadership is breaking all the records. Whatever the records are there, he has to break out. Leadership is reaching the unreachable. Nobody, if you want to become a successful leader, then you have to reach very far, so nobody can reach. So leadership is reaching the unreachable. Yes, leadership is a fun and enjoyable work. If you have a fun and if you don't have the enjoy your work, then you are not being a leader. So leadership is there, then you have been following the leadership with the fun and enjoying work. Leadership is a blend of tradition, whatever the tradition values are there, as well as the modern technique styles are there. You have to use the both traditional as well as modern styles. Leadership is driving the competition away. If we are there in the competition, you always there. Nobody dare to pass you. So that should be there. So that much courage is there. Leadership is demonstration of courage. Very important. Whenever a task is given, he has to take the first initiative and he has to set a goal. And leading by example. He has to lead by example. Leadership is passing on the knowledge and making the leaders. He is not remain always leader. He has to make the first line leadership, second line leadership, third line. So like that, he has to pass on the leadership. So that has to be there. Leadership is challenging assumption. Always now I can see here the ship is there. How we are going to make out that ship again workable? So that is the challenge. So that is the leadership challenges are there. Leadership is destructing the old belief and and limiting thoughts. Yes, old belief has to be make out and limiting the thoughts. Leadership is carrying the little one. Whatever the group in the small is there, he is also going to take care of that small also. Leadership is managing the diversity. In your group, there are the different mentality people are there, different languages people are there, different states people are there. You have to be lead a diversified group. Leadership is managing and driving the challenges. You can see now here, he is the managing and driving. Anything is happening situation while he is there, he has to manage and he has to take the challenge and complete that. And he has to be win the situation. Say example, volcanic eruption has taken place. Now cloud has come out. This gases will come out, but he has to come successfully from that particular situation. Leadership is thinking. Yes, he has to good thinker, planner, executor, good communicator, and he has to do it that. And now we are the naval, so I have taken a best example. Now here we have the submarine is there in the sea. In the sea now I can see these naval staff. They have been standing out now. So leadership is mentoring, monitoring, and motivating the subordinate, the team to win situation. I hope you like my video. Similar videos I'm going to regularly I'm going to prepare and put on my channel PC Joe Kimberlite. If you like this one, kindly press the like button, share this video with your students in your circle, subscribe my channel, and without fail write down the comments. Comments are very important. Write down the comments there so that I can get the idea what you want in my next upcoming videos are there. You can follow me on various platform. So I hope have a nice day. Thank you.